And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel. Today we're taking a look at Timberman. Now from what I can tell, this is based on an app or some video game of some sorts. But hey, I don't really care in one sense on that because we're here to talk about, is this a good board game? So in this game, you are trying to chop down the best trees in the forest. Well, that's it, really. Okay, so you're going to go out and run from bears. Everyone should do that. So in this game, there's going to be a pile of tiles that are played. One of them is placed face up in the middle of the table. This is a 3-point tree, so we're going to put a little coin on it to show that that tree is worth 3 points. Each player is going to get a bunch of lumberjack tiles, and the number you get is going to be based on how many players are in the game. And each player is also going to have a hand of 3 tiles here. So I see I have a bear, a tree, and a lake. On your turn, you must place a tile down from your hand. So I place one here next to another tile. I may place another tile, but I'm only going to draw one, so I can only really do that twice a game. And then you may put down a lumberjack. So I'm going to put down this lumberjack right here next to this tree because I would like to get those points. So then the next player goes, and so their first tile is they're going to put one maybe here and put the silver coin on it. And then they're going to place their lumberjack next to 2 trees. Now you don't have to put the lumberjack out. You only have so many and you can't put one out every turn, so you may decide to wait. Then the next player decides to place a bear here. The bear makes all the people next to it go back to their owner's hand. And then they're going to come in and take that spot for themselves. And then the next player is going to maybe put a tree here. And then they'll place somebody out like this. And you just keep going until all the tiles have been placed. There's a few optional rules. You can put this out. And if this is next to somebody, that's going to double their strength. And a spider web, you can just put on top of somebody and it just cancels them out. At the end of the game, which is when all the tiles have been played, whoever has the most lumberjacks next to any tree will get those tokens, which are going to be worth 1, 2, or 3. If it's a tie, in this case it's a tie, nobody gets it. And here's a tie, nobody gets it. Oh, it's not a tie because this guy has a value of 2, so he would get it. And then whoever has the most points is the winner. I know this is based on an app, but seriously, why do people think we need 8-bit graphics? But whatever. This game breaks one of the rules I hate a lot, where, hey, if you want to play with 2 players, you can't use blue because you need a certain number of tiles, and there's only enough in pink and orange. And so again, these are from the game as Vanna White, the Village People showed up, Mr. T. I'm not really quite sure who's on all these tiles, but these tokens, these little gold, brown, and silver tokens, they're fine, and it's easy to see what everything is, and the tiles aren't bad quality, but I'm also not that thrilled about it. Okay, this is a tile laying game like Carcassonne and other games like that, and when I say the word Carcassonne and games like that, this game starts paling instantly. Essentially what this game is it's a place a tile and then try to place your lumberjack in the best place to score points. So preferably next to 2 trees if possible, preferably to getting at least 3 or 4 more points, and preferably where you control the tile. There's a couple problems with that. First of all, there's bears. So we can just put a bear and it goes back in your hand and they take your spot. You can't move lumberjack, so you're kind of stuck where you're at. 2 is if you play with the magic berries and webs, they add both good and bad. Okay, so we'll come back to those in a second. But I guess so. 3 then is that the trees themselves, there's so many ties at the end of the game. It's really, when there's only 4 spots to put things, and usually 1 or 2 of them are blocked by rocks and water, which by the way is really exciting. You're like, I'm placing water. Boring. So there's so many ties. It's really hard to control a spot. If you have 2 next to a tree, then I'm not going to put 2 of mine there to stop you but my one guy next to the tree is now wasted. I guess I could put a bear out and scare my own person back. If I draw a bear, there's just so much randomness in drawing the tiles. If you draw a lot of good tree tiles and a lot of bears, and you draw a lot of, you're having a good day. If you draw a lot of rocks and water, you're not having a good day. So that little expansion, the berries, which I would definitely add because the berries help with that tie situation. A guy with a berry next to him is twice as strong. He's probably going to win ties. The webs, though, are so mean and so take that. It just cancel your guy out completely. Wow, that's not very fun when you only have 6 guys in a multiplayer game. So again, the artwork isn't selling me on this. I have no connection to the theme. And then the game itself is really kind of boring. You're just putting them out, you're done, you add up the points, you're like, you won! Good tile drawing. I mean, seriously, I'm like one of the best tile drawers I know. And that makes me a true Timberman. Yeah, nah, don't get this one. Dice Tower Judgment, I'd skip this one.